Hello again. Well, here in a rehearsal room in London, a young dancer is preparing for the greatest challenge so far in her career. She's going to become the youngest ever ballerina to dance the famous role of Juliet with the London Festival Ballet. But for Katherine Healy, schoolwork is going to have to fit in with stardom because she's only 16. Katherine is what other dancers call a baby ballerina because she's so very young to be taking on leading roles with a top professional company. She's an American who lives with her parents in New York, where she still does a lot of her ballet training and where she still goes to school.
Easy, not bad. Easy. And now
her talent is outstanding. She is heading straight for stardom, while other dancers of her age are still trying to get a job in the chorus. Only after maybe 7 years in the chorus can they expect the chance of dancing leading roles. For Katherine, there'll be none of that. Her natural brilliance, as well as hard work, has made her into the world's newest baby ballerina.
Easy. Center, foot, easy lift. And burn, more burns. Yeah! Okay, good go.
But Katherine will shine as a star in front of an audience in Britain as a member of the London Festival Ballet.
Go. Easy. And around. Easy. And good. Okay, can we get...
The skyscrapers of New York crowd together in a city that's famous for its hectic pace, its violence, its brashness, and its theatre world. Katherine has always lived here, and when she's not dancing, she still goes to school. This is the city where the television series Fame takes place, and in real life, thousands of young actors and artists search here for fame and fortune. In Katherine's case, it's clear she could make a very good living as a dancer, but she still concentrates hard on her studies at St. Anne's High School in Brooklyn. When she's away dancing, her teachers set her work to do in the evenings and on her days off. When she's at home, she's just like any other 16-year-old in class. Recently, Katherine has been taking important examinations, and she's applied to go to university in America. In months to come, she and her parents will have to decide which comes first, academic work or the ballet.
Avec la compagnie, oui, avec la compagnie de Londres.
Most of her time as a dancer is spent in the unglamorous, often tedious business of exercises and training. But all this helps her to dance better than just about anybody else of her age anywhere. When she was 14, she won the gold medal at the world's top ballet competition, the youngest person ever to do so. She also danced and acted in a Hollywood film called 6 Weeks, starring opposite Dudley Moore. And she's ice skated with John Kerry. But now London has become Katherine's latest challenge, and just behind the Royal Albert Hall in Kensington is the headquarters of the London Festival Ballet, a company of more than 60 dancers. This week, Katherine is busy preparing herself for the first of her leading roles this season, dancing in Coppelia at a gala performance on Tuesday at the London Coliseum. Her incredibly busy life, the pressures of the job, and the extra worry of school exams will be enough to deter many hopeful young artists. But not Katherine. She, quite literally, takes it all in her stride. As she herself says, she was born to dance.
They brought me to the skating rink just for fun, to have something to do, and as a sort of exercise, I suppose. And I loved it. Back then, when I was about 3.5, I saw Rudolph and Rave in a documentary called I Am a Dancer. And it was like I recognized it, it just struck an answering chord in me, and I had to dance. That was it. There was just no question about it.
You started to dance immediately then, did you?
Yes, when I was 4. I mean, ballet schools don't very often take 3.5-year-olds. So when I was 4, I started.
But you kept skating as well?
Yes.
And when did you realize that the ballet was more important than skating?
It always was. I mean, there was never... I just knew that that's what I wanted to do.
And after that, there must have been several years of very hard work before you hit the headlines.
Yes, I mean, I took a lot of classes every week and went to see a lot of performances, which I think helped a great deal, because I think it's important to see where you're going, what you're working towards in the end, not just doing these endless rounds of bars and centers and bars and centers and not knowing what you're going towards.
And now you're a principal dancer with the London Festival Ballet. How did that happen?
Well, last summer I went to Spoleto to the festival there, and Peter Schaffes was there, and he was just taking over Festival Ballet, and he invited me to come dance. It was all very sudden. No. No, I still can't believe it.
With just a few more days to go, Katherine rehearses in the Kensington studios of the Festival Ballet with her partner Peter Schaffes, who's also the artistic director of the company. Nobody seems to be jealous of her success, even though she's got the roles that many of the other girls in the company would cherish. American ballet critics have praised her glittering technique, marveling that one so young could show so much style.
Try and keep your left back square, Kathy. Line in your back. And
Though she's slim and petite, Katherine seems to have got what it takes to be a leading ballerina.
Good.
But just what does it take? That's what I asked Peter Schaffes.
Physically, she's a very strong girl and very determined girl. And from a physical point of view, there's no problem whatsoever. What is a problem always with a big role, wherever you're 15 or 60 years old, is that you have to sustain 3 acts, and you have to create a character which have to develop during the span of those 3 acts. That is the most difficult thing. The dancing part of it is the least to worry about, because if you do have the talent and the technique, you know, that will carry you. But the artistry of it, that's where the difficulties for all of us lie, you know, whoever you are.
And what is it, Peter, that makes Katherine so special?
First of all, I'm sure a lot of people would say, oh, it's because she's so young and she's technically that good. But you know, when you look at a dancer, you must look at the age, in a way. That's a bonus. The Kathy is that she has a certain amount of star quality, which is, I think, in every profession you have, whatever, as professional athletes, tennis player or runners or whatever, you have to have technique. But that little bit extra, which we could call star quality, you would call it something else, charisma, whatever. Kathy, when I saw her the first time, I knew she had that. And that is very, very, very important in any profession.
Do the solo now if you're ready, right? So Katherine has that certain something that could make her a great ballerina. And she says she's lucky in another way. She doesn't get nervous. Her biggest test will come when she and Peter Schaffes dance together as Romeo and Juliet in front of an audience that will include Princess Margaret.
The thing about Juliet is that I won't have any technique to rely on, really. You know, no frettes, no jumps, no, you know, things like that are just hardcore technique. So this is really going to be a big test for me to see if I can sustain it in a 3-act ballet.
I know there'll be thousands of viewers to Museum Extra, girls in ballet classes, boys who would love to be doing what you're doing now, appearing with the Festival Ballet at your age. Any advice to them?
I think you have to want it very badly. Want it enough that you'll go through everything you have to go through. All the hard work, all the long rehearsals, the sore feet and everything, you know, you just have to transcend all that. because you want it so badly.
And so here, in a few days' time, at the London Coliseum Theatre, a dream will come true, and Katherine Healy's name will go up in lights. It's a story to inspire people everywhere who are just learning to dance. And in Katherine, the world of ballet will have its newest and youngest star. Let's wish her well. That's all from News and Extra. Bye-bye.